So I'm happy for him, Pittsburgh doing it, and it's always been my hero, and I was lucky I could play with him, for national team. So it was something special, but happy for him. He will have in arena, 68 in the rocks.
What's the most important thing you want to learn from him? The ones I have.
I kind of always say I play a little different game, hold the puck, and just be strong on the puck. And I think I play a little similar way, but you can organize work. I think is something special, That's why he's older and he still play hockey or like back home in Czech. So he dedicated everything to the hockey.
Yeah, no, it's. I mean,
how badly do you want to play in the Olympics? How badly do you want to play?
He's very excited about the whole event.
Yeah, honestly, I would do anything, because like my first year, because I got hurt, so I missed it, and it's something special, I would definitely want to go because I think, I know in my country, everybody loves Olympics, everybody plays for national teams, but Olympics is something special, so in 2 years, hopefully everything work out, and we will be able to go because it's not far even from my country, Italy, so definitely I want to really go because I think every player want to be at least once in life and part of the Olympic team.
Obviously, there's so many good players here, so.
Skills competition, going back, the All-Star weekend, like how fun is this for you and being part of Sunday?
I enjoy it, it's my second time, so maybe if you ask some, Crosby, it was many times, so kind of used to it, but for me, it's something so special, and even now more than first time, because now I got family, and especially the 3-year-old kid, he loves hockey now, so he's all over there skating and do all this stuff, so it will be something special, and hopefully he will remember, and he could be part of it, this whole thing.
Is there a favorite player yourself wants to see this weekend? Is there a favorite player yourself was looking forward to see?
I think it's still me because he's still young, to really follow it. So I think he will mostly follow in 48.
And the PWHL, they've been doing goal songs. So every time you score a goal, you put on a song of your choice. If you got that opportunity to pick a song, what song would you have?
We're finding.
I don't know, but we tried back home in San Jose, so my song was the Teenage Mutant Ninja. So I may be doing it again. I think it was pretty funny, but I don't have right now anything else.
Another PWHL question. In the PWHL, shorthanded policeman power plays. If that rule came into the NHL, how would that change your approach to the power play?
Yeah, I think it definitely changed, because. But I kind of like the idea because it's something new and it's kind of, even makes sense, if they score you're done, kind of thing. So.
Would it change your mindset?
I think a little bit, but definitely be a little bit more careful, especially when sometimes you get your power play going, but you have some 3 games in a row, like they score again or they have chances again. But I think it's changed a little bit, but you still be like, don't expect it, to give a goal because you still expect it on power play. You got the extra guy and you should score the goals.
I guess in the experience being here, being in Toronto, you're looking at these like a silver lining for. I mean, it's been a tough season for you guys, but the opportunity to have this reset, being part of this experience.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It wasn't easy, and this is something special. And have All-Star in Toronto. Kind of heart of the hockey and bring family, and my parents will come, they've never been in Canada, so I think it will be something special, all my family will remember, and I'm really, really happy I can do that.
And you have to feel like kind of hurt going through too. I don't know. I know you're out the last 2 games.
Yeah, definitely, I play a lot of hockey, I never played that much hockey in my career, every night 20 minutes, so it's nice to have a little break, and even I can experience this, plus we get a little longer with the bye week, so I can nice and rested, but I still enjoy here every moment.
How much when you're standing in front of the net trying to score a goal, and there's guys sort of cross-checking you in the back of the head and things like that, what is it like in there? Like what's the mentality?
You kind of get those, definitely over the years kind of used to it, but sometimes you want to get it back, but I just, when I'm in the front, I just think, stay there, and for if I tip it or for my teammate, I just try to score goals. So you just try taking whatever it takes to score a goal. And in this league now, all the goals are mostly around net, and and you have to, be tough, because it's not easy, but definitely in my opinion, the game changed, because the hockey got a little smaller, guys get a little faster and smaller. So I got in the league when it was still, Chara, Weber. So there was this kind of different, like big, strong guys, and they could broke their stick over your back. So I think a little change, but still in the game it's sore. It doesn't really sore, but the next day morning, if you get a couple, you can feel it a little more.
You're getting hit from behind. You got pucks coming at you from the front. I mean, it's the war zone.
Yeah, it is, but in the game you don't really think about it. You just focusing on the play, and you get so much adrenaline coming into your body, you don't really feel much.
Thomas, I wanted to ask you, I know you have 2 young kids at home. Just wanted to know what the balance has been like of being an NHL player and trying to balance being a dad at the same time.
I think it's actually helping, especially when you get home, because even if you lose a couple of games, you don't have to think about it. You just go and play with the kids, and actually it's even more hockey, but like it's just more fun hockey. It's just relaxing, and you just want to spend time. We're from the West, so we travel a lot. So when we 2 weeks away, it's kind of tough. But when we're home, we 2 weeks in a row home. So it's nice to always spend, and kids are always excited when see me in the door. Because they're still young. The older one is getting older. Like he'll understand, but still he don't know how long it will take. But I really enjoy that. Having 2 kids and just kind of when they're at home, you kind of can just chill and play with them.
When you're traveling, what kind of things do you do to keep in touch with them and to kind of make up for lost time if you can?
Yeah, definitely. It's a lot of FaceTime, but it's sometimes tough because they don't focus. But if it's longer one, I always try to get like the kids something smaller, just like even like just something, so they always like happy, like Daddy, what do you bring me? But it has to be like a little longer, and it can't be just one day because they would be expecting all the time. But they're just happy when I'm back home. That's probably when for them it's just I can play with them. That's important.
Going back a little bit, what do you
Sorry?
Going back a little bit, what do you first remember when you started playing with Harry Carlson?
Just get open, when he always told me, because I got red stick, and he say, I know the red stick's you only player, just make sure you get open because I will find you, and he always did, he's special player, and his vision and feeling for the game is, something not many players had it, and that's why he went a couple Norris Trophy, and it definitely was a lot of fun playing with him.
Do you remember there being any adjustment process at all? Just when I'm being first season in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, I think it's for everybody, and you play a little different system, and it's always, I feel like for every player a little tougher, get new system and different vibe of the team. But he's a great player, and he always will figure out, and he will always produce because he's one of the best, defensemen in the league.
You just thought about Ekland's first, he slotted in at center while you were out there. I mean, just what your overall setup is how he's.
Yeah, I think he's growing every day, be better NHL player. It's for sure. The first season is always hard because you can't everything going your way. You get you will hit the low ball, and then you try to get back on it. And I think he did a really good job. And with our situation, which is not the easiest one, because you don't win many games you wanted, but him or Zetterlund and all these young guys, I just love on them because they work every day, on the ice or off the ice, and they try learn, and they try play right way, which is I think really important for their development for the future.
In a couple of weeks, Jaromir Jagr's jersey is going to be retired in Pittsburgh. I'm just curious what your personal memories might be or interactions with him that you can.
It's probably the best because I could play with him, with national team, so same line, so that for me was something special because he was my idol when I was growing up, he's here a lot of kids back home, so I'm really happy for him. He got a retirement jersey because, he got through a couple of teams, but when I was young, I always followed Pittsburgh too because of him, so really happy, you know, and even for our country, you know, every jersey, every player, you know, he will put some mark in history, you know, it's always big thing, and, you know, really happy for him.
I got a couple of rapid fire questions for you. Are you ready?
Okay.
Starting off, who do you think is going to be the champion?
Do you remember, like, is this back in the day?
I would say, everybody say forward, I say, let's go with Dima Kelmakar.
Can I have a reason why?
I don't know, he's really good, and, you know, everybody go maybe with McDavid, but I think he's, you know, one of the best defensemen, and I really enjoy. I hated to play against him, but I enjoy to watch him, so I say him.
The Ottawa Senators just had their skills competition, and Jacob Chikrin hit 107.1 miles per hour in the hardest shot. So I want an exact number. What do you think the hardest shot is going to be at the NHL season?
It's still the
Oh, that's a hard, that's a tough one, but let's say 104.
Point anything or just flat?
Do you have another trick plan because you can't
Point one.
I like that. Now, Gary Yager is turning 52 this month. Still playing hockey. When do you think he finally retires? What year?
I always say 4 years ago he will retire, but I'll say one more year after this, but it's alright. I think it will be this year, but I will give him one more year.
Last but certainly not least, it's February. Have you started planning Valentine's Day yet?
No, not really. You know, with the kids and so busy, it's like it will be just maybe I will maybe just bought some flowers and some chocolate and that's it, because you know there is not much time with the kids, and we have game on. I think in Winnipeg actually, so we will be away. So that will be just maybe send the flowers to my wife to home.
Awesome, thanks.
keep them happy in it.
Well, it's fine. I don't feel bad. Do you know what your status is for playing this weekend, or what?
Sorry?
Are you going to be able to play in the game on Saturday?
Yeah, I will be playing. Yeah.
Excited about that?
Oh yeah, of course. You know, it's always something special. Play with all these, you know, the best players in the league, and we'll see who I will be. You know, who will draft me and which team I will be. But either way, all teams are great. You know, and I think it will be something special. I will for sure remember for a long time.
Were you worried when you got hurt that you might not be able to get here and play, or?
Yeah, for sure. You know, and because I got the kind of, you know, a couple injuries. I missed a lot of things. You know, Olympics, Stanley Cup final. You know, I missed in my career a lot. So it's always tough when you get hurt. But I'm happy I will be able, you know, to play on Saturday.
Yager's going to finally get his number retired. What do you think he's meant to? Well, obviously Pittsburgh a long time ago, but the league in general.
Yeah, like if I talk about me and like kids around when I growing up, you know, for all the Czech young kids, you know, he was our hero. You know, everybody followed him. You know, he's probably one of the best player all the time in NHL, you know, and it's definitely something special. He's coming from our country, and he definitely meant to me a lot, you know, watching him and even play with him, you know, and he definitely deserves to be up there.
Do you always think of him as a Penguin, or is there too many other teams he played for now?
I still like thinking about Penguin because when I was young, he was my team, you know, because of him, and so I think he's still like definitely like the most the Penguin.
Tomas, William Eklund started as a winger. He's been playing a little bit more center now. What have you told him about playing the wing and finding his way in the NHL?
When he played the wing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, every day, you know, just I think he's super nice kid, you know, he's learning and he wants to learn and just be ready because it doesn't matter, you get a couple of good games, you know, if you get struggling, you know, like you're still young, you know, you have to be every night ready and just enjoy the moment because, you know, the first year is just one and just keep enjoying it and play how you do, you know, don't look at the points, everything around because they will come, you know, just be yourself, and I think we get a lot of hockey together, and I really like him, you know, he's smart, a kid, but definitely he's still learning to be, you know, NHL, but I see him, he will have for the Sharks, you know, big future in the next couple of years.
What was it like playing with Brendan?
Oh, it was awesome, you know, but I love Bernsey, you know, we friends, we play, you know, 10 years together, and not just on the ice, but off the ice, and I was actually lucky enough to start with him and jump on the same line when he was playing forward, so that was pretty big, you know, forward line, and you for sure, Brazil is about his everything around him. His camo, backpacks, travel for one day. He got 2 big luggages, and always, have his knife in the backpack, because it's him, and it's definitely, I never forgot Bernzi because he was a special person, but, I'm happy I can call him friend because we have a lot of good memories together.
And he has so many hobbies. Did you have a favorite where you're like, that's kind of interesting?
I just kind of really interesting because you got to hunt, the hunting stuff, and my dad doing it, and I really into it. Kind of like I'm not into it like him, but I enjoy to talk about it. And when he got the first time ranch, when he got on the plane, we could talk about the hours, what he got with animals and what he's doing, and it's just a lot of cool things he do. And I think overall, me and Brinzy, we got a lot of like movies and stuff around, like a lot of similar stuff we enjoyed. So we could always like talk about like outside of hockey for a long time.
Tomas, I'm working on a story about no movement clauses in the contracts, and I'm wondering when you negotiated your last deal, was it important for you to get that in there, to have that control?
Yeah, definitely. It's always too nice to have control, where you're going, and you don't just move any day of the week because you work. I know I worked for this 10 years in my career, go through injuries, and it's nice to have a little control because the first couple of years you don't know what can happen, but it's kind of far away. But for the player, it's always too nice, especially when you have now family, know what will happen or where you will go.
To go back on Brent, he's about to turn 39, approaching 1,400 games. How do you think that he's been able to sustain a high level of play through all these years?
I can it's the same. I can see like on the jump ball. Party Marlowe, even Pav, they just dedicated, they just do everything, for that, they do massages, they work out every day on the ice, off the ice, they just, try to eat healthy, they just do a lot of good things, just stay in the shape and be ready, and definitely you need some lucks, like in your career, without the big, injuries, and sometimes you can do anything and you still have them, or you cannot cruise through them, but all these guys then just, they did everything to be in the great shape and play in the league long time.
What's his leadership style? What's his leadership style? How does he sort of lead within a team?
Yeah, he's I got a lot of leaders, and he's different. I would say he's a little more even quieter, but I think he just leads the example. I say on the ice and off the ice, his work ethic. I think it's I think the best leadership he's showing is just this work ethic.
Thank you.
We got 2 more questions here, and then we got to wrap it up.
Hey, what's up?
I got to ask you, you guys played against the Avs a couple times this year. Just what do you think? I think one of the better teams in the league.
Yeah, I hate to play against them. So no, definitely, it's one of the top team in NHL, and especially when it's the first line with Cale Makar and other defensemen on the ice, it's tough to deal, they move around everywhere on the ice, and all the guys that they can fly, and especially, I faced McEnroe line, I think most of the time when I was playing this year, so it's not easy. It's not easy things to do because he having an unbelievable season. Same with Cale Makar, I think probably one best defenseman in NHL, maybe by right now, and they have the team they can do it again, and they built some great chemistry over the years, but the speed and just what they can do on the ice is definitely something special.
Okay, thanks so much.
Your jersey?
Yeah, I like it actually.
That's got some
Yeah, I think I did a really good job.